Hey, it's George Flores, your lender for life here at Neighborhood Loans.
Hey, this is Angel King. I'm a broker with Pearson Realty Group and also the CEO of Exclusive Hair Studios.
Thanks, Angel, for taking the time of your busy day to line me up. My hair's getting out of control, but I'm appreciative of you taking the time
for sure.
to take care of me.
100%, man. It's definitely one of my great hobbies that I have aside from real estate. It's kind of more of my full-time job now, but man, I see we got a lot of hair we're working with here today, right?
Yeah, I've been blessed with a lot of hair, man. It grows by fast.
What were you thinking of kind of like going for it today? Kind of keeping most of the length on the top, cutting down the sides a little bit?
Yeah, boss man says I have to look more professional. He doesn't like the hats, but so little trim on the side, some stilo, keep you looking young and fresh.
Yeah, for sure, man. Bring you back to life here.
Absolutely. So, Angel, how's business right now, man? How's this market for you?
It's booming, man. Definitely a lot of action going on. We're seeing a little bit of with the interest rates and stuff like that. Definitely me and you were still locking them in at like 5.5%, which is pretty solid. Definitely see a lot of movement with buyers, even though it's we're getting into the holiday season and stuff like that. But still a great time to buy, in my opinion. What do you think?
Oh no, for sure. I mean, this year has definitely flew by so fast. We're already in October. Holidays are definitely right around the corner, and right now the market is it's stabilizing. It's
right.
not too crazy. All the madness with the rates in the 2s and 3s.
Right.
Everybody going crazy for homes, but right now it's just pretty much you gotta just educate your people. You gotta talk to them and let them know how the market is, especially those first-time home buyers that are not too sure how it goes. They rely a lot on media, the news, social media, to get a lot of their information. And some of it's good, but a lot of it is bad. A lot of people want to steer you away from your dream. And if your dream
I'm definitely seeing a lot of that too. There's a lot of people, saying the market's gonna crash, and
for sure.
Actually, I get a lot of people saying that the market is already down, and I just think that's a lot of misinformation, and I feel like it's our job to definitely get out there and say the truth, right?
Oh, no doubt. I mean, I get a lot of questions asked as well. The market's gonna crash, I'm gonna hold off. I had another call. I actually had a call yesterday. So somebody wanted to hold off because of the rates.
Wow.
And they were saying, oh, I'm gonna wait till the rates are at 4%. I'm like, well, that could be next year, that could be in 5 years.
Right.
What does that mean? And I tell this, Angel, to all my people, is like, you know what that means when the rates go down, right? That means a lot more competition, a lot more people buying, and your dream home, you might be bidding with 20 other people. So buy the house now, build that equity now. Not only you're gonna be in competition down the line when the rates are lower if you decide to hold, but also, you're losing out on the equity. So that $300,000 house today might be $325,000, $350,000 in 5 years.
Yeah.
That's equity loss. Focus on the investment. And that's what I tell people, and I told them yesterday, I'm like, focus on that. On average, houses go you're the real estate expert, you're the 3 to 4% every year on the normal.
I've seen up to even higher. I say it really just depends on the area and where you're looking to invest in, but
no doubt.
definitely, always buy real estate. I feel like, the longer you wait, that's just equity you're losing on as well,
No, for sure. And typical, the first-time home buyers, they put 3% down.
Right.
They try to put the minimum down. So, and I tell people, where are you going to get that type of return? Are you going to get that in your bank account? Are you going to get that in your mattress? No. You're going to get that, the first year you buy a house. You'll get 3 on average. Your down payment's 3.5%. And the house value is going to go up maybe 3 to 4% the first year. You got your money back right away.
Right.
The first year.
You're definitely not going to get that back in that new car you just bought either,
No, man. You might look cool with your boys and try to impress the girls,
Good
but
for Instagram. Not good for the bank account.
Thanks for saying that. That's absolutely, trust me, I was at that age where I wanted a nice car and try to have everything nice. But at the end of the day, it's your investment. It's what you can show, especially if you want to get married and have kids down the line. That's generational wealth. Build equity. Get that portfolio. Put some properties in your name.
Right.
Rent them out.
Once you got that, now you can get the nice, pretty, shiny objects.
Yes. Once you have the equity, and absolutely, get the jewelry, get the nice cars and whatnot. but real estate it's where it's at.
Man, honestly, a lot of the questions I get from a lot of first-time home buyers is like the most basic question, like what are the requirements? Like what is it that you actually need in order to go and attain that homeowner loan you're looking for?
There's a lot of mortgage myths out there. A lot of people think that it's hard to get a house. People think that you need 20% down. People think you need excellent credit. People think that you need to be at your job for a long time. No, that's not the case.
So how long do you actually need to be at your job in order to get a home loan?
Typically, I tell them you have to have a 2-year work history, 24 months. We need to verify that you've been employed 24 months. So you don't have to be at the same job.
Right.
So, let's say if you left a previous job for a new one for more money, more opportunities, but you only been there 6 months, but the previous job you were there 2-3 years, that's good. That's 24-month history.
Right.
So that's all you need. And then all the young bucks out there, if you're a recent college graduate, let's say you went for school for nursing, teaching, whatever profession that you studied for, and now you're doing that career, you don't need to be at that job 2 years.
Right.
You just need to be hired at that position and provide a 30-day pay stubs.
Right.
And then you're eligible. Just show me that degree, show me some college transcripts, and then you're eligible to buy a house.
So there you go. That's a good tip right there for all you people that are just getting out of college and looking to take that next step and purchasing your first home. Definitely reach out and we'll get you guys taken care of.
No, absolutely. There's a lot of youngsters out there that, like you said, they want to buy that nice flashy car or get the new Jordans every week. I used to be that guy.
Oh yeah, I think we all were, man. I was big on Jordans in high school.
Trust me, I probably have about 150 pairs of Jordans laying in my storage. I call it shoe stock,
Yeah, for real, right?
But save up and invest in that property,
Yeah.
And I tell, I have a 19-year-old right now that's buying a house, and she had the 2-year work history. She had money saved up and she had credit. She didn't have years of established credit, but she had credit and good scores, so she was eligible to buy. So that's another mortgage myth.
Right. What's the minimum credit score that you actually need? Because I know this is a big one, and a lot of people think you need perfect credit in order to buy a house. What's the minimum credit score that you require in order to obtain a loan?
Well, keep in mind, there's no such thing as perfect.
Exactly.
So there's no such thing as perfect credit, perfect job, perfect anything. Typically the credit score minimum to be eligible is 580 and above. In order to have a high likelihood of qualifying, it's always suggested to be in the mid 600s, upper 600s. Once you're in the 700s, now that means you're taking care of your credit, you're paying your bills on time, you're not in too much debt. So, especially for the newbies that are trying to establish credit, I had always advised get about 2, maybe 3 credit cards max.
Right.
And start using them slowly. Don't max them out. Go put gas here and there.
Stay under that 30% of what the utilization is.
Absolutely. If you go out to dinner here and there, use it and then pay it off.
Right.
Establish that payment history, and then your credit scores are going to be up there.
Right. Yeah, you definitely don't want to go off buying stuff that you really don't have the money for. If you're gonna really want to work on your credit and stuff like that, I'd say it's pretty smart to just buy things that you would usually buy with your debit card and just pay them off with the credit card.
No, absolutely. Yeah.
So what would you consider a good budget, or what do you guys go based off of as loan officers to determine how much somebody is qualified for?
Well, typically you're eligible anywhere between 40 to 46.9% of your gross income, monthly income, can go towards a mortgage.
Now, what if you're self-employed though? Because I know that's a big one for a lot of my self-employed people, like I was like myself, and how I still actually am, and most self-employed people like barbers, hairstylists, tattoo artists that are looking to purchase a home. Is it a little bit different, or is it pretty much just similar?
I mean, that's a great question, and typically when you're self-employed, you don't want to pay Uncle Sam, so you try to claim as little as possible or write off as much to avoid Uncle Sam. But at the end of the day, it's a little different.
It's hurting you.
Yeah, it's different with W-2 versus self-employed. So we use the net income on self-employed borrowers. So let's say you gross $100,000 self-employed, cutting hair, doing tattoos, being a server, or whatever your profession is that's paid cash. but you write everything off, all your expenses, and you only net 10 grand. That's the income we can use. 10 grand.
Right.
So it's very important to not to write off everything. Try to, even though you got to pay Uncle Sam, hey, but me being W-2, I got to pay Uncle Sam. I can't avoid him.
We all do.
You got to pay 30, 40% back to the IRS. So,
right.
I always tell you, work with your accountant and say, hey, my dream is to buy a house.
Right, right.
I don't want to write off everything. I want to write whatever expenses you truly have so you can claim some decent income so you can be able to afford a house. Because at the end of the day, we take about 40 to 45, 46% of your monthly income can go towards a mortgage. And if you're only claiming $1,000 a month, that's $460 mortgage. You're not going to buy anything. You can't even rent for $460.
Right, right.
So it's important to claim the right amount of income. Truly what you make. Always, as a self-employed person, I always recommend save 30% of your income in a savings account to pay Uncle Sam.
Right.
So if you're making 10 grand a month, save 3 grand a month for Uncle Sam. So when you're ready to invest, because that's where you're going to be making more money. Don't focus, damn, I got to pay Uncle Sam all that money.
Right.
No, focus on the real estate, all the equity you can be building.
Exactly.
So, at the end of the day, it is an investment. You're investing in your future in real estate. So, we get asked a lot of questions, man. So we're here to educate. We're the licensed professionals,
Yeah, no, 100%, and the good thing is that we know the knowledge, and we're actually informed on all the stuff that's actually going on, and I feel like it's a really good idea that we get together, often and definitely, try to spread the word on all the information that we know.
Oh yeah, no man. Here, I know barbershop talk.
Right.
Talk about sports and investing and whatnot, but in reality right now, with all the negative news out there, we gotta give people hope. We gotta educate them that investing in real estate is the smart way to do. It's the best investment you can make. It's better than having stocks. Some stocks, it's better than just doing nothing and just saving it, collecting no interest. So real estate's the way to go, and I've been blessed to do it 25 years, and I try to inform and educate people, and
okay, this is one that I get pretty often, obviously me and you both know the answer to this, but there's a lot of people that don't. So what's the minimum amount that you have to make a year in order to purchase a home?
Well, there's no rule that you have to make a minimum. You determine on, based off your yearly income, what you're going to qualify for.
Right.
So, if you make $5,000 a month and you really have no debt, out of that $5,000, you can qualify up to 46% of that $5,000. So that'd be over what, $2,500? Give or take around there.
Just about.
Or slightly under $2,500 as a mortgage payment that includes taxes and insurance. So, you pretty much determine what you can qualify for based off your income, what you report on paper.
Right.
So that's the important part. A lot of people are like, oh man, I Uber, I make 10 grand a month. All right, let me see your tax returns. That shows that you only make $1,000 a month because you wrote everything off.
Right, right.
So, back to what we were talking about earlier, is being a self-employed is, make sure you write off a decent amount, but not where it's going to hurt you in qualifying.
Right,
so,
right. You definitely don't want to beat around the bush from paying Uncle Sam. It's only going to hurt you in the long run.
Yeah, no doubt. But I also tell people, try not to have too much debt. Don't have that expensive car. Don't get yourself into co-signing as well, because people like to co-sign for other people, and that can hurt you as well.
Right.
Don't get 10 credit cards because you're getting a certain percentage off when you buy. That's going to hurt you too.
Right.
So, I always inform them and educate them like, hey man, just have a couple of credit cards open with some balances. That's pretty much enough to be eligible to buy a house.
Right.
People think that, oh man, I'm building credit. People told me buy that car, get a personal loan, go do this and get a lot of credit cards. No, man, they're telling you the wrong thing. Open up just a few credit cards so you can, build that credit, so you can maintain that credit. And, the higher your score is, the higher the possibility of purchasing and having a lot of options. So,
right.
Tell that to your people, tell them like, hey, don't get yourself in a lot of debt. Open up a couple credit cards and you'll be fine, to be eligible to buy a house.
Right, no, yeah, 100%. That's what I definitely try to steer my clients to do, and advise them to not really so much open so many credit cards, but work them the right way. I feel like is more important than having 10, 15 different lines of credit on a card, you know?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
What are some of the programs that are out there right now that are for first-time home buyers, or even just like programs that are out there to help people in general, you know? Are there any programs out there that came on the market pretty recently?
No, I mean there's a lot of programs out there. We have several down payment assistance programs that can help people anywhere between $6,000 to $10,000 that they can get with the state of Illinois. It's called the IDA program. There's also an NHS program that can give you about $15,000 for down payment assistance in Chicago only. I just closed somebody that just got $15,000.
Nice.
And then there's also another program that can get you anywhere between 3.5% to 5% down. So there's various programs out there to help the first-time home buyer. Technically, you don't even have to be a first-time home buyer to be eligible for these programs.
Right.
There's also people that, you know, could be some distressed properties out there that they want to fix up to live in.
Mm-hmm.
They might want it their own style. They might have the vision.
Right.
You know, I want to redo this kitchen, this bathroom, this master bedroom, this basement.
Mm-hmm.
It's called a 203K program through FHA that allows you to rehab the house. It might need new electric, might be plumbing, depending on the property, but we'll provide those funds for that rehab. All you're just going to need to have is a licensed and insured general contractor, and
do the work.
We can help you. Yep, we can help you with that. And there's also another program, a 2-1 buy down. I know with the rates being a little higher than what we were accustomed to a few years ago. The first year you can go down 2%. The second year it can go down 2%. For example, let's say the rate's at 6.5%. The first year you'll be at 4.5%. The second year you'll be at 5.5%. And then from the third year to the third year, you'll be at the 6.5% interest rate. So that's also a new product that came out that's very aggressive. So it all depends on the client. So we do give it various options as a professional. Be like, hey, you're eligible for this, so I recommend this. Because, you know, we're the experts, you know, so they expect our feedback and what's the best thing for them. But at the end of the day, it's their choice.
I feel like that's a very important role in our job that a lot of people don't see is, you know, definitely steering our clients in the right direction and what we know is best for them, you know. I feel like at the end of the day, a lot of people have different situations and we see a lot of different, we come across a lot of different situations when helping different people and, you know, I feel like it's only right for us to go out there and spread the word on the info that we have.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I mean, it's very important to educate, especially in this market.
I feel like it's even more important for us to be educated and stay on top of the market as well.
Oh yeah, no, I mean we're all, new things are always popping up in the mortgage industry. You know, we're always learning. You know, our company, Neighborhood Loans, definitely does a lot of training. You know, gives us updates on the market, gives us updates on programs. You know, and it's our job as licensed professionals to keep up to date with the guidelines and the requirements and whatnot, so we can better give, you know, your clients, my clients, a better experience. So that's always the goal, because, you know, what I say, I want to be your lender for life.
Right.
You know, so if I give them a great experience up front, they're not leaving me. They're refinancing.
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
recommending their friends, their neighbors, their family. And down the line, I've been doing this so long now, I get people that I helped 20, 25 years ago, now their kids are buying.
Yeah.
You know, so it makes me feel like an old man, you know, but you know, I've been blessed to be in this business this long, and it's a satisfying business to be in, especially helping people invest in their biggest investment of their life in houses, real estate, you know. So it's a very satisfying feeling to be able to help people, you know.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you on that, you know.
Am I looking good?
Oh, you're looking good, man. You're looking good. I just get joy from, you know, seeing our clients actually close on that loan and close on that home that they once, you know, it once was a dream. And honestly, you know, I feel like if you have a dream of doing something, you definitely got to go out there and chase it, no matter what. I feel like God will always put you through a path that's definitely gonna get you there. It might not be the way that you expected, but we'll definitely get there.
Amen to that. And no, that's true. I mean, if you have a dream, don't let anybody kill that dream. You know, don't let the social media do it. Don't let the news. Don't let your comadre or compadre,
you know
your parents, kill that dream for
Lately,
you.
I've been seeing that a lot on the news. Not that I watch the news a lot, right? But
Same.
Occasionally it comes up on the TV, and I see like the market's crashing. It's gonna be another 2007, 2008, and I don't know. I just feel like that's not right in order to you're steering people in the wrong direction, and definitely you got to stay away from that negative mindset and people with negative mindsets, because they'll just crush your dreams.
No, I agree. I mean, the media wants to scare you, and wants to have people in fear. And no, right now, that's not going to happen. The crash that happened in the past is not going to happen again, because there was a lot of crazy programs back in the day where anybody can buy a house, whether you have credit, no credit, have a job, no job, whether you have money or no money, you can get a house. But the payments would shift on a monthly basis, yearly basis.
Yeah.
Sometimes there would be payment shocks that, let's say, for example, you were paying $1,000 for the first 12 months, but then it jumps up to $2,000, $2,500.
Right.
And people are like, whoa, what happened? And a lot of these programs weren't explained properly to the consumers, and people couldn't afford such a big increase, And unfortunately, a lot of people lost their houses because of that. And
sadly,
those days are gone. Those days, now we verify everything.
Right.
We verify credit, employment. With technology now, we can find out anything. Right. So, if they have another property, or if they had a foreclosure, or certain things that can stop them, we can find out. So we want to avoid that, in the real estate market or in the lending. We're avoiding that so that won't happen again. Right.
No, exactly, And I get a lot of first-time buyers that I would send over to you and stuff, and they'll get a little scared. I'm going to be honest with you, after they have to send the requirements in, and they feel like it's overwhelming in a sense. But at the end of the day, I feel like people don't really realize that we're actually doing that to favor them in the future, just to make sure that they can actually afford that 30-year mortgage or whatever the case is, and you want to make sure that, you definitely can afford the payments and stuff like that. And it's a long-term loan, so it's not too simple, but I feel like we're doing good, and the way the market's going, I really don't see the market crashing anytime soon. Nobody really knows when, right? But us as experience, I feel like we definitely are seeing some different things than they're actually putting out there in the media.
No, trust me, if we could predict the future, we wouldn't be here. You'd be cutting my hair in an island somewhere.
Oh, yeah, man. We'd be in Tulum right now,
with
right?
some tequila in our hands and, getting a tan and just
bring the old Jorgito back, no?
But we can only give our best predictions and our advice, and no, it's, that negativity is not in our DNA, man. We're positive people.
Right?
Yeah, no, we're positive people, and we try to influence. We try to influence and educate. Hey, people can do it,
1,000%.
From you could be 18 to 60 years old.
Yeah.
You can buy, and don't let anybody determine and stop you from that dream. And yeah, that's what we're here for, to educate the public on buying a house. Don't be scared, And what's trending right now? I'm scared of the rate, but they're under lease paying $15,000 to $2,000. And I tell them, well, what their interest rate is on rent? 100%. What do you rather have, 100% interest rate or 6% interest rate?
Right.
It's a no-brainer right there,
Right. I'd say it's a little bit more down up front, but at the end of the long run, you're definitely, even if you stay there for 2 years, most people lease an apartment or a house, they stay there for a year, 2 years, then they move somewhere else, and then at the end of the day, what they're not realizing is if they would have just put a down payment on that and got a loan, there's a big possibility that your monthly payment could be a little bit cheaper, and then on top of that, you're gaining equity as time goes by. So say you bought a house for $300,000, 2 years later it's worth $340,000, and your down payment, say, what's an average down payment on a $300,000 house?
3.5%. Yeah, 2% could be $6,000.
Right.
Typically, even when you rent right now, depending on where you go, they might ask for what, a month, 2 months?
Yeah, a month to 2 months is what we're seeing right now.
Plus the first month payment.
Plus fees.
Dude, right there, that's enough to buy a house.
Exactly.
It's crazy, And
Yeah.
that's what I tell people. I'm like, what's wrong with you, man? You're making the landlord rich.
Yeah.
Or you can make yourself rich by paying that mortgage yourself to
Exactly.
your own property. But I mean, these are sometimes the struggles we have, and trying to convince people that buying a house is a smart move,
Right.
But we can only educate them and let them know. And at the end of the day, it's their choice. But we're licensed individuals. We're gonna do what's best for them.
Exactly.
Their best interest is our best interest. So.
Right. At the end of the day, like I always said, the more people you help, the more money you make. You know, and it's not the other way around. You know, like a lot of people like to chase money. At the end of the day, if you help enough people, you definitely make some money. You know.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, for sure. I mean, it's you gotta have a passion for what you do, and you know the money comes. It's about helping people, you know, and then we get paid for it on top of it. You know, we're not only getting the satisfaction of helping people, but you know we earn income out of it as well. So, but yeah, you know, it's just crazy. The times we're going through right now, but you know we're positive, so everything's gonna work out, you know, and that's what I tell people to take action now, you know. And the good news, you know, I don't know if I told you this, but Fannie Mae said that they're gonna be predicting that the rates are gonna be dropping to 4.5 next year. So man, that's great. That's great. So not everything is negative on the media out there.
Exactly.
You know, this is some positive stuff.
And I'm glad we're both here together, you know, definitely to spread that information out to the people that have the perception of, oh man, you know, I want to wait till the rates go down, this, and that, you know, like that's a very good opportunity to say, hey, you're not locked in at a 5.5%, 6% interest, but 4% is way better than 5.5, right?
Oh yeah.
So
no, they say, what do they say? Marry the house, date the rate.
Yeah.
You know, commit to the house. The rate, hey, you can always replace the rate. You know, so
right.
You know, if the rates you lock in at 6.5 today, and then next year the rates go down to 4.5, that's a 2% drop. You can refinance. Remember, I said I'm your lender for life. So I can refinance you as many times as possible, as long as there's a benefit. So keep in mind, the rates will drop again, you know, but, you know, commit to that house. Start earning that equity now. So that's what you got to tell people, you know?
Right. I feel like just owning something just in general, you know, I feel like you should always buy real estate, because at the end of the day, say you don't want to buy your first time house, your primary residence, I should say. You know, but you have the funds and you're renting somewhere. At the end of the day, you can take that and go buy a rental property as well. Live there for a couple months to a year, you know, get in there for as little as you can down, and then after the time being, you know, you definitely move out and rent it to somebody, so now you're making cash flow every month. Mm-hmm. Now you build up enough cash flow coming in every month, you can actually go buy your dream house and use that as leverage to help you get that bigger loan or you know, help you get to your goal.
No, absolutely, and that's what a lot of youngsters are doing right now. They're buying that multi-unit first. You know, live there for the first 12 months and then, you know, buy another property.
Exactly.
And then you could use that rent to help you pay the mortgage. You know, at the end of the day, the goal is for the renters to be paying your mortgage every month.
Exactly.
You know, so I mean, there's a lot of, you know, in real estate you can do a lot of things. You know, you can buy your dream home, you can buy investment properties to build your portfolio. Man, there's so many opportunities out there, man. And, you know, we gotta, you know, keep inspiring these people to buy, to purchase, to invest, because, you know, at the end of the day, you know, clubbing every weekend and, you know, or
what are you celebrating, right?
Yeah, or, you know, going to the bars just for whatever, just, that's not gonna make you any money, man.
I'll tell you what, you know, that some nice, decent quality liquor is gonna taste a lot better in the, you know, in the comfort of your own home than out in the club, man. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no, trust me. I was there too, and I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing? I'm just making these clubs richer, these owners.
Right.
You know, I don't need to do that. You know.
But the good thing is like, I wouldn't shame anybody for that, but you know, definitely open your eyes to it and see that there's other opportunities and different things we can do to get ahead in life, as opposed to just going out and having fun 24/7 as well, you know?
Oh yeah, no, I mean, there's no shaming in that. I mean, you learn, you know, and life is about learning, and you gotta have your experiences as well, you know? And
yeah, 100%.
Sometimes, you know, at some point in your life, you gotta be like, man, I want to make money.
I need change, yeah.
You know, and I want to make money legally.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, and real estate's one of the top ways of making money. You know, and
aside of that, I'd say there's a lot of tax benefits as well. You know, and back to that topic of us having to pay taxes. Everybody has to pay taxes, right? But owning real estate, there's a lot of tax advantages that you can use to your ability and not have to pay as much taxes, like that 203K situation, or no, I'm sorry, not the 203K, the 1031 exchange. Mm-hmm. You know, once you do have some equity in a property, say you have $40,000 worth of equity in a property, and now you want to go buy something else or buy a bigger, say, multi-unit now or something, you know, now you could take that equity and move it, transfer it over to the next property, and not get taxed on it, you know?
Yep. No, I agree. I mean, there's so many things out there that people don't know that they can do, and that's why they should reach out to us. That's why, reach out to you or myself and ask these questions. That's why we have these consultations, so we can sit down and go over, what they're eligible for, what they can do. And I typically ask 3 things to your leads and to everybody's clients that want a mortgage. I ask them to rate 1, 2, and 3 in what's more important to them, such as monthly mortgage payment, cash needed to close, and property type location.
Right.
They tell me, hey George, you know what, my monthly payment is the most important in this transaction. Okay. What's your budget? 15, 1700. Okay. What's your max? Well, I mean, if I had to, maybe I can go up to 2,000, 2,200 bucks. Well, that gives me a better idea. I'm like, okay. What's number 2? If they say cash to close, okay. How much money have you saved for this investment? Well, I only got 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, whatever. That gives me a better idea of what program to put them into.
Exactly.
And then when they say area and property type, okay, I get a better understanding of like what taxes to use.
Exactly.
If they're looking for single family or multi-unit, am I taking rental into consideration? So, you got to ask the important questions up front too.
Yeah, I'd say more importantly on top of that is actually, because obviously nobody knows everything, right? But having the people with the experience and the knowledge, like yourself and myself, definitely go a long way and help you get the best rate and getting the best outcome and chasing your dreams. I know me and you have talked a little bit on what are some of our goals and how we can help each other get to there. And definitely looking forward to staying on track with that with you as well.
No, absolutely. I think probably got to do some type of seminar soon. Maybe
something, right?
Go on social media and do a Q&A, or you got a pretty strong following out there. And a lot of people want to know. Maybe sometimes they're too shy to ask, and I get that a lot.
Right. So do I.
Yeah, no, I get people that are like either embarrassed or scared. You'd be surprised how many people are freaking out just by coming to see me. I'm like, hey, I'm not a doctor, man, but I'm here working for you. So I let them know, relax, take a deep breath, and let them know like, hey, it's gonna be okay. Just have a positive mindset. You'll get positive results.
Exactly.
And then one girl actually sticks out to me that, she went to our corporate office in Downers Grove, and the first thing is like, hey, how you feeling? She's like, she's nervous as crazy, just to say it at the right thing.
Right.
I'm like, why? She's like, oh my God, like I'm just this drive here. I don't think I can qualify. I don't think this and that. I'm like, well, you're already starting off bad. You're already starting off with negativity.
Right.
I'm like, take that. That negativity is not allowed in my office.
Yeah.
Turn it to positivity. And after the consultation, she was pre-approved, and she was like, "Oh my God, really? I can buy a house." I'm like, "Yeah, I told you it's not as bad as people make it out to be. You work, you got credit, you got some money, you can buy a house." And guess what? She's under contract now, so she should be closing on a new home within 30 days. And
there you go.
Once she closes and has her keys to her hand, I'm gonna tell her, "See, remember that day you came to my office all scared and nervous? But I told you to be positive.
Definitely.
Look what you got in your hands. You got your keys."
Right. Mindset's definitely a big part in it. Even when I help a lot of my clients, like a lot of my buyer clients, look for that new home or look for that home that's specifically for them, Because I always tell all my clients, at the end of the day, you're going to walk into a property and you're going to know that's your property. You just feel it in your gut, And then a lot of the times, like back, say a year ago, even to the beginning of this year when there was crazy amounts of offers being set on properties, I would always tell my clients, stay positive and think of the outcome that you actually want, because at the end of the day, a negative mindset's only going to get your offer declined in a sense as well,
100%. And, that's why you got to be positive out there, positive mentality, positive results.
Exactly.
So, but no, man, that's us as influencers, man, to help people out and to let them know that, hey, if you want to buy a house, it's a reality. We can make it happen. And if we can't help you at this time, we'll put a plan together so you can qualify in the near future. We don't give up on you,
Mm-hmm. That's, I feel like that's why me and you work so well together as well, because at the end of the day, I know me and you have had some experiences with some clients where it got a little hectic and we weren't really sure if we were going to close, but, at the end of the day, we stood positive, we made things happen, even though it didn't happen in the time we thought it would, but, at the end of the day, the goal was accomplished and everything turned out all right,
Yeah, no, absolutely. So it's just exciting for the next 3 months, finish off the year, you know, and look forward to next year, and you know, just a bunch of news. I don't let any of the bad stuff that's going out there, you know, stop me from sharing positive news to people. I always give people that there's the light at the end of the tunnel.
Exactly.
You know, I don't want to stop people's dreams come true. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to do any of that. I want to make them feel that if investing is their goal, I'm going to do everything that I possibly can to make that goal a reality. So it's just awesome right now, and exciting times.
Yeah, no, definitely. You know, and you know, even flashback to some of our transactions. You know, back to working hard and stuff. You know, definitely we set the bar high for ourselves. You know, there's been times where it'd be late at night and I send you a text message about something, or you need something, or I need something, and you know, we definitely get back to each other, which is, I feel like, makes us stand out from a lot of other licensed professionals in our
and we're committed, bro. That's the difference between us and a lot of other people, is we don't look at this as a 9 to 5.
Exactly.
You know, this is
it's
something
10 to 10, right?
Yeah, we gotta sleep sometimes, you know.
Oh yeah.
But yes, definitely, we're out there available to people.
There you guys have it, guys. Real estate barber talk with my buddy George Flores over here. Definitely let us know if there's any other questions. Drop them in the comments below. George, I appreciate you stopping by, checking out the barbershop. And,
what do you guys think?
Man, I'm on the way back in the game, right?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you guys want any more information on the next video, drop a comment below. Talk to you soon. Peace.